What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, 2 matches remaining, and then finally we can start with the top 16. Still on schedule, so let's go for it. Group H, last group, both these decks are already out of the tournament because they, both lost their previous matches. So the next matchup we have a Dark Matter Heretics, a powerhouse house from back in 2015 again. A deck list that we pretty much in a TCG weren't really able to play, very early ban list that is. Second list, PK Firelight, not a Burning Abyss from 2000 or 2020 from this year, but so anyway, which deck has the advantage? Again, going from the votes is that about a little over 70% sees that Burning Abyss from 2016 has the advantage over Dark Matter, and seeing from the comments, we know why. Because it's so annoying. Annoying as in, it's very hard to deal with, right? I mean, Dante keeps returning itself thanks to Seer, for example, Graf, Skarm into Tour Guide and so on. And I mean, if we look at the deck like this particular variant of Dragon Rulers, Heretics that is, pretty much Heretics, is that it's it packs a lot of speed, power as well, but the removal is definitely a problem. It's destruction. I mean, you have like the Galaxy Eyes full armor Photon Dragon here that pops a face-up card. That's cool. But that's the thing with Burning Abyss, is that they're so resilient, it's really hard to get rid of them without letting, the deck float. And that's something where Heretics, mainly Heretics, definitely struggle to get rid of it. Or, get rid of like a Beatrice, for example. There were options. Something like Big Eye, again using the Snatch Steal-alike effect to gain control of the face down Beatrice, again prevent Beatrice from triggering as soon as it's destroyed, or as she is destroyed. So again, Big Eye is definitely an option for the rank 7 play. There is also a rank 6 play, as you know. There is Messier 7, Ptolemy or Ptolemy Messier 7, I believe the name is, to get something back from the graveyard or bounce something back from the field to the hand. Basically a compulsory evacuation device, but again that only works during your own turn. But it's cool if again, you don't want to trigger Beatrice, but there wasn't really an option, so I should have, well, that's what I did, right? Attacked over Beatrice this way, but I'm really far behind, and Breakthrough Skill definitely helps out to get rid of number F0 Utopic Future. But yeah, then again, it's just a matter of time. PK Fire just has so many tools to, float first of all, and then eventually put up like Break Sword, get rid of like an annoying threat from the opponent, getting rid of the back row here in this case, and then your Break Sword will turn itself into a rank 4 Exceed play to get those beneficial attack points. So game number 2, I opt to go second this time because of the side deck, obviously. The thing is that with Heretics back then, or this particular list is OCG by the way, but I mean, it was running like Book of Eclipse because it was so versatile, going first, going second. Going first, it was like some form of defense, stopped your opponent from OTKing you. That was like important, puts every monster on the field face down, so a big Book of Moon. While at the same time going second, you could put, you could put your opponent's monsters face down. So let's say your opponent had like that big Floodgate monster, or packed like Monster Gate. It's pretty much like a weaker Dark Ruler no more, if that makes sense. So again, thanks to the Book of Eclipse, pretty much prevent the Burning Abyss deck from going off. Putting the Burning Abyss monster or any monster face down makes it so that the Burning Abyss monsters will self-destruct. Mask of Restricto. Mask of Restrict is quite big against a deck like Heretics, because the deck tributes, that's the main mechanic of the deck, I guess. But okay, there was an option to go for the extra deck summon, the Exceed summon, to potentially, destroy a face-up card. Failure prevented that, but yeah, eventually already had like a lot of things going, and the Mask of Restrict didn't really do that much here. So game number 3. Again, the Mask of Restrict definitely could have sealed the deal here if it wasn't for the Mystical Space Typhoon. But again, this deck does pack a lot of spell and trap destruction. Because of the OCG version, it has the ability to run Harpy's Feather Duster and obviously triple Mystical Space Typhoon. Night Beam is side-decked out. I mean, it's useless because, you know, Mask of Restrict will just be activated, you know. Well, you know, the player might wait, I guess. With Mask of Restrict, if I commit to the field, yeah, okay. Well, long story short, Lithium hits the field, Beatrice is already on the field, and this should be game, I think. Yeah, again, Seer activates getting back Dante, and that particular quote-unquote useless Dante will turn itself into Beatrice number 2. Imagine, right, in nowadays, Beatrice being unlimited or being put to 2. Peak of Fire, you know, we as a TCG player would be happy if we, well, happy. I mean, depends. We would be happy if we would get back like a Rusty Bardish, right? This is a risky one for Burning Abyss. Special summon like a BA monster and going for Majesty's Fiend. That's cool, but well, again, this deck again packs some, you know, some defense like Eclipse, like Book of Moon. I do have 2 options, but the Flying Sea could have been sweet. But I do opt to go for Messier 7 to give, well, first of all, no, like a beat stick, I guess, to attack over the Majesty's Fiend. But Sue would have done that not at the same time, but at least, yeah, Messier 7, it gives me some follow-up plays. I could have gotten back the Maxi in the previous turn, but I do opt to go for the safe follow-up play later by getting back like the Asset, I believe the name is, the Heretic monster that can be normal summoned, even though it's like a higher level, level 5. But can't go for game just yet. Again, I'm missing, and that's the thing with Heretics this way, is that you're heavily focusing your deck on the rank 8 route. And, you know, the rank 6 part of the deck is quite... weak is not the correct term, but I mean, there is like only 1 Atum and 1 Messier 7. Was, you know, it was quite logical, because, well, the rank 8 package of the deck is of course much stronger and leads to, you know, your dark matter. So a quick 2-2, but I'm at an advantage, or, you know, disadvantage I want to say, because I have to go first now. And that's a problem with the deck, since this deck, you don't really want to go first. Maybe the decent play I guess you could go for is like a Felgrant to get a negation like first turn, and hopefully you'll be drawing some hand traps or disruption, like Maxi or Veiler. Maxi definitely good here, giving me some extra draws, but the Flying Sea, oh man, that definitely hurts. So no extra deck summons, well, as in Exceed summons, right? But yeah, there isn't really any follow-up I can do. The thing now here is that I can't put the Flying Sea face down. So the only thing that I can, you know, get rid of is either Tribute Summon. That should be possible, right? Or Suicide Crash into Beatrice now. And the Veiler on Dante might seem strange, but again, okay, Dante cost is a mill, but it won't get the attack boost, right? So that's why, you know, you're kind of forcing your opponent to go for the attack position Beatrice, because again, Beatrice in defense, I would not have been able to like suicide my Flying Sea, but it was basically protect my Sue. I believe it was Sue that was on my side of the field from Dante's 2500 attack, so that's why the Veiler was there. But in the long run, Veiler against Burning Abyss isn't really that strong, maybe to like protect or prevent your opponent from using Tour Guide, I guess, or in this case the Break Sword, but that's it. But yeah, again, long story short, there is I was too far behind, right? Especially if Burning Abyss is able to end on Beatrice and has the, you know, like the right hand traps, like Flying Sea, Maxi, to put me at least 1 turn behind. And that's something that a deck like an OTK deck like Dark Matter, Heretics or Dark Matter Rulers, they don't want that. That's the problem. So I'm saying it a lot, but I think we, as I mentioned before, have a well-deserved winning with Burning Abyss winning this match against Dark Matter Heretics. But next matchup, we have a big one. 2 very, very big decks. Both these decks are already sure that they'll move on to the top 16 playoffs, but the most important thing is that which deck is going to, you know, like, or will end up with the first place in 9 points, and which deck will end up with 6 points. So we have basically almost full, yeah, pretty much full power Thunder. One of the more recent decks in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup versus Zoo, Marcello's list from the European Championship back then. So guys, guys, feel free to leave your prediction, the straw poll, pinned comment, and of course in the video description also. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.